super exciting. LeBron James has set up an I Promise school. Fantastic. We're in the education space too, and think it's super important. So we'll just keep hammering at it and see if we can help America get these kids all trained up. One of the things that's kind of funny is Russell Brunson, he was talking about all these competitors coming out trying to derail ClickFunnels and why they're going to derail ClickFunnels and all this money and stuff and the ClickFunnel destroyer and blah blah this and blah blah that. And Russell Brunson's like, they're not gonna destroy us. It's like, it's not gonna happen. And so I thought maybe what I'd do is I'll give you a little example or a classic example of the secret behind what Russell does and why he's right. There's no way that they're gonna take and derail Russell Brunson. So I worked at this tech company, okay? And at this tech company, there was a book called Hooked, and they wanted me to read it, okay? When I was reading this book, I found it very interesting. What's ironic is at this tech company, they gave this book to, had like 10 copies. I think I'm the only one that read this book. And so I read this book, I started studying it, and then I started seeing things that we were doing inside the company. And I'm like, wow, we're in trouble. Like, the way we're doing things and the way all of our smart decisions are being made really aren't that smart after all. And the funny thing is the answer was right here inside this book. And you're gonna see inside this book, I'm gonna take and show you a little clip of it. But there's a section right here. Let's see if we can get that. I'll put there you go, right here. Take a good look at this, okay? Inside this tech company, one of the problems we had is it says, in this matrix, it says the maker of the product does not use it, okay? That's going across the x-axis, and then it says, the next one, it says the maker uses it, okay? So now what we got is based on that is either they use it or they don't use it. And on the y-axis, it says the material improves the useful life. And so, yep, it improves the useful life. And it says, the next one down says, does not improve the user's life. And so what's interesting is if the particular material, if the user or the manufacturer of the product doesn't use it and the product doesn't actually improve somebody's life, then they fall right into the area of peddler, okay? It's kind of ironic. As we go through this, you're gonna see that these distinctions are a big deal. Somebody that goes out and peddles product, because neither do they use it, nor does it actually improve people's life. Now the dealer is, they still do not use it, and it does not improve, or it does not improve the user's life. And so, well, actually, kind of got those backwards. The peddler is the material improves their life, but it does not actually, they do not actually use it. And that's a peddler, and a dealer is, it doesn't improve life, nor does the manufacturer use it. And that's a dealer, which I found is ironic, because in this tech space, the problem I had is we were making this really, really cool tech, and it had a useful place in this world. Problem is we never used our own product, so we never went out and tried it and tested it and to see what would work for us, what wouldn't work for us. But we wanted other clients to use our product. And then when the clients would give us feedback per se, that the product should do this or shouldn't do that and whatnot, we didn't really, we had a hard time digesting it. We listened to the big dogs, the big executives that are clients saying, well, it needs to do this and it needs to do that. But the reality is the guy that's actually in the trenches using it, his voice didn't count, or at least it didn't count as much. And the reality is that was the client. That was the client that was gonna force the big parents to take and use our product. But we were listening to the big parents, so it was executive to executive trying to make decisions about what the user needed. In the end, it was kind of stupid. You could tell that it was gonna fail. Okay, so the next one is the maker uses it. So now the manufacturer is gonna use it, and it's going to improve the life of the user. And under this one, they call this a facilitator. And then the last one is the user or the manufacturer does use it, but it does not improve the user's life. And that one they call it's an entertainer. So consume your own product, content, but it actually really makes nobody's life better, so we call it entertainment. Whereas if we were to actually use our own product and it actually improves the user's life, then we become a facilitator. So when I was in this tech company, I was getting all this feedback from the users. So I actually took the product, I went out and I started using the product and using the product. But then I'm like, this thing doesn't do what it needs to do. I'm struggling as somebody that works for this company to get a product that will do anything. And so in the end, I actually abandoned using our own product because the product didn't do what the product was supposed to do. And guess what? Imagine that. The company collapsed. The thing with Russell Brunson, and when we're talking about his secret, is these guys come out with buco dollars trying to figure out how to knock Russell off. And the problem is this. They won't, until they get out of the other quadrants that make no sense and they get into what Russell Brunson is the facilitator, which is Russell's designing ClickFunnels to solve Russell's own problems. And then as a result of solving his own problems, he turns around and he makes it available to you and I so that it can take and solve our problems. Hence, he's getting continual feedback on what is and isn't working, and he's changing it and he's optimizing it to make it so that it makes the most money possible. And hence, he's got a cult, he's got a following, all these people follow him because he's actually making a product that makes them money. And so, like, when they come out with buco bucks trying to derail Russell, saying, oh, we got the Russell killer, that's BS. You can't build a product that makes you fabulously wealthy and then the product in return used to make other people fabulously wealthy, and it's a solution to the problem that they're having, and the real-time feedback, because it's figuring or solving your problem, means that you're not going to knock him off by trying to knock off his product. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. And the funny thing is if they read this book right here, simple book called Hooked, they would know the fallacy of their decisions and their mistakes. And then they would also discover why Russell can't be knocked off. And so, my congratulations to that guy. That guy's a total stud. Congratulations to, like, LeBron James, total stud. He's pushing education. Congratulations to, God, there's a lot of people out there that are doing good in the world trying to give back. I was watching, I just got to do a little shout out for Russell because today's kind of more about Russell than almost anything else. Last night I was watching Facebook. He's down in Kenya. Looks like he's building houses, trying to do all kinds of stuff, trying to help people down there. Yeah, on his video he took and he had, what was it? Was it a hippo? A little baby hippo or a hippo walking kind of through his camp, so it was kind of funny. I got a kick out of it. So shout out to Russell. Today I thought I'd shoot this other video right here. You can see I'm kind of buried deep into the woods of right here by my house. So I thought I'd shoot this video here. But anyway, as we go through this rags to riches transformation, take and like and follow this stuff, because what I'm doing in here is what this book talks about. I'm using my own product. Well, not my product, but I'm using the products that are making the transformation, which means I discover what doesn't work and what does work, and I incorporate what does work and I exclude what doesn't work, so that when I share it with you, you can get the same aha epiphanies and discoveries, so that we're not dealing with like dealers who invent crap that actually do nothing to move the human race forward, nor does it actually serve any cause. And so we're not going to be in there. Now, Ty Lopez says use edutainment, which is learning with fun. So we're going to experiment with trying to make some of this stuff fun and learning. But that's it. Don't be a dealer. You could probably do some edutainment and make it entertaining, but in the end, the principles have got to be practical and useful. And don't be one of those suckers that has the information and knowledge right here in the book and then is actually too dumb to actually read the book that would have solved the problem. And so, anywho, we will talk later. So, Rags to Riches Transformation. Look forward to working with you guys. Please comment, invite other people to follow this, and let's have a lot of people make this transformation. I mean, I selected myself into Ty's 300 group of Rags to Riches, so I'm 301. Why don't you be 302, 304? Why don't you, I don't know, Let's make 500. Let's make it 600, 700, 1,000, whatever it is. Just let's do the transformation. Anyway, talk to you there. Bye.